Shalom and welcome to Yeshiva B'nai Noach. I'm Tom Averna. This is the Biblical Hebrew course, and this is the Chapter 21, First Hebrew Primer, Exercise 3. We're separating out the exercises a little differently this time, so we'll do Exercise 3 in this video, and then Tall Tales and Ruth in the next video. So this is Exercise 8 on page 233. This is our substitution exercise. We'll begin with number 1. We'll read the Hebrew, translate the sentence, and then from there we have the substitution for each of the replacements for the word. Ani sarti me'avi v'gam asiti et avoni v'al ken lo yarashti et Nachalati. So I turned aside from my father, and also I did my sin, and therefore I did not inherit my property. So Aleph, substitution ata, I to you, ata, sarta, me avicha v'gam asita et avoncha v'al ken lo yarashta et nachalatecha. So you turned aside from your father, and also you did your sin, and therefore you did not inherit your property. Bet yitzchach sar me aviv v'gam asa et abono v'al ken lo yarash et nachalato. Isaac turned aside from his sin, from his father, and Isaac turned aside from his father, and also he did his sin, and therefore he did not inherit his property. Gimel, Anachnu sarnu me avinu v'gam asinu et avonenu v'al ken lo yarashnu et nachalatenu. We turned aside from our father, and also we did our sin, and therefore we did not inherit our property. Dalet, HaKohanim saru me avihem v'gam asu et avonam ve'al ken lo yarshu et nachalatem. So the priests turned aside from their sin, and also, not their sin, I keep wanting to do that. The priests turned aside from their father, and also from their, also they did their sin, and therefore they did not inherit their property. Number 3, Ele Harim avaru el ha-sadeh va-yochlu et kol peri ha-adama vayamutu. So the rams of the mountains crossed over to the field, and they ate all of the fruit of the ground, and they died. Substitution Aleph. Ata avarta el ha-sadeh v'tochal et kol peri ha-adama v'tamut. So you crossed over to the field, and you ate all of the fruit of the ground, or of the earth, and you died. And bet, substitution, you masculine plural. Atem avartem el ha-sadeh v'tochlu et kol peri ha-adama v'tamutu. So you all, crossed over to the field, and y'all, and we're at the Vav conversive, so the future tense has the prefix of tav and the suffix of the u to make the you masculine plural. So you ate all of the fruit of the ground, and you died. Gimel, anachnu avarnu el ha-sadeh v'nochal et kol peri ha-adama v'namutu. We crossed over to the field, and we ate all of the fruit of the ground, or of the earth, and we died. Substitution Dalet. Anochi avarti el hasadeh va'ochal et kol peri ha'adama va'amut. I crossed over to the field, and I ate all of the fruit on the ground, or of the ground, and I died. Number 3. Zachor zacharta et kol mitzvot ha-navi ach aso asita avonot rabim vilo tuchal la amod bekodesh hakodeshim bayamim habayim. So you, masculine singular, really remembered all the commandments of the prophet, but you really did many sins, and you will not be able to stand in the Holy of Holies in the coming days. Substitution Aleph. Zachor, zacharti, et kol mitzvot ha'navi ach aso asiti avonot rabim velo uchal la'amod bekodesh hakodeshim bayamim ha'bayim. So I really remembered all of the commandments of the prophet, but I really did many sins, and I will not be able to stand in the Holy of Holies in the coming days. Bet Zachor Yizchor et kol mitzvot ha'navi ach aso asa avonot rabim velo yuchal לעמוד בקודש הקודשים בימים הבאים. So now he will really remember all of the commandments of the prophet, but he really did many sins, and he will not be able to stand in the Holy of Holies in the coming days. Gimel. Zachor tizkaru et kol mitzvot ha'navi ach aso ta'asu avonot rabim velo tuchlu la'amod b'kodesh ha'kodeshim bayamim ha'bayim. So you, masculine plural, will really remember all of the sins, all of the commandments of the prophet, but you will really do many sins, and you will not be able to stand in the Holy of Holies in the coming days. Dalet. Zachor yizkaru et kol mitzvot ha'navi ach aso ya'asu avonot rabim velo yuchlu la'amod b'kodesh ha'kodeshim beyamim ha'ba'im. So now we have they will really remember all of the commandments of the prophet, but they will really do many sins, and they will not be able to stand in the Holy of Holies in the coming days. Hey. Zachor, Zachru et kol mitzvot ha'navi ach aso asu avonot rabim velo yuchlu la'amod b'kodesh ha'kodeshim bayamim haba'im. So now we have they but in the perfect tense. So they really remembered all of the commandments of the prophet, but they really did many sins, and they will not be able to stand in the Holy of Holies in the coming days. 4. Moshe ha-Navi shav elenu v'ya'amod lifanenu v'yishpot beni uvenecha. So Moses, the prophet, returned to us and stood before us and judged between you and between me and you. Aleph. Asiti shava elenu v'ta'amod lifanenu v'tishpot beni uvenecha. So my wife returned to us, and she stood before us, and she judged between me and you. Again, masculine singular here. Sentence 4, substitution bets. HaKohanim shavu elenu vayamdu lifnenu vayish petu beni uvenecha. So the priests returned to us, and they stood before us, and they judged between me and between you. Gimel. Ata shavta elenu v'ta'amod lifnenu v'tishpot beni uvenecha. So you, masculine singular, returned to us, and you stood before us, and you judged between me and you. Dalet. Atem shavtem elenu v'ta'amdu lifnenu v'tishpetu beni uvenecha. So you, masculine plural, returned to us, and you stood before us, and you judged between me and between you. Number 5. Ata tavo levetcha v'az tasim et kaspecha bimchomcha v'az tochal et lachmacha v'et besarcha ach lo tishtem miyayin achicha. So you will come to your house, and then you will put your money in your place, and then you will eat your bread and your meat, but you will not drink from the wine of your brother. Substitution Aleph. Ani avo liveti v'az asim et kaspi bimkomi v'az ochal et lachmi v'et basari achlo eshte miyein achi. So I will come to my house, and then I will put my money in my place, and then I will eat my bread and my meat, but I will not drink from the wine of my brother. Bet Yosef yavo levetu v'az yasim et kaspo bimkomo v'az yochal et lachmo v'et bisaro achlo yishte miyayin achiv. So Joseph will come to his house, and then he will put his money in his place, and then he will eat his bread and his meat, but he will not drink from the wine of his brother. Sentence 5, substitution Gimel. Anachnu navo levetenu v'az nasim et kaspenu bimkomenu v'az nochal et lachmenu v'az besarenu ach lo nishte meyayin achinu. We will come to our house, and then we will put our money in our place, and then we will eat our bread and our meat, but we will not drink from the wine of our brother. Dalet, atem tabou lebeitchem v'az tasimu et kaspechem במקומכם, ואז תאכלו את לחמכם, ואז בשרכם אך לא תשתו מיין אחיכם. So you, masculine plural, will come to your house, and then you will put your money in your place, and then you will eat your bread and your meat, but you will not drink from the wine of your brother. Hey, I should say. Hema, yavo'u, levetem v'az yasitem et kaspam bimchoma v'az yochlu et lachma v'et b'saram ach lo yishtu miyayin achihem. So they will come to their house, and then they will put their money in their place, and then they will eat their bread and their meat, but they will not drink from the wine of their brother. And the last sentence from our exercise 8 substitutions, number 6. Vayakam Yosef Vayelech Lisde Achiv Vayar et Avon Achiv Vayasar Mimenu. Joseph arose, got up, and he walked to the fields of his brother, and he saw the sin of his brother, and he turned aside from him. Aleph. Vayakumu ha-nevaim vayelchu lisdei achihem vayaru et avon achihem vayasuru mimenu. So here we have the priests got up and they walked to the fields of their brother, and they saw the sin of their brother, and they turned aside from him. Substitution bets. Vayakum ani va'elech lisdei achi va era, should be a there. Et avon achi vayasur mimenu. So I is the substitution. So, and I arose, and I walked to the fields of my brother, and I saw the sin of my brother, and I turned aside from him. Gimel. Vatakum ata vatelech lisdei achicha vatirei et avon achicha vatasur mimenu. So now substituting you. You arose and you walked to the fields of your brother, and you saw the sin of your brother, and you turned aside from him. Dalet. Va'nakum anachnu va'nelech lisdei achinu v'nar'e et avon achinu va'nasur mimenu. So now we, substituting, we arose, or got up, and we walked to the fields of our brother, and we saw the sin of our brother, and we turned aside from him. So that's our exercise 8, substitution exercise. This is the third video of exercises. And next time we will take a look at Tall Tales and Ruth from chapter 21 of Hollow Verbs. Thanks for joining me. I'm Tom Averna for Yeshiva B'nai Noach. Shalom.